All right. Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday night. We're back after a week off, or at least I'm back after a week off. Some of you guys might have been here with Ethan when he took over the stream last week while I was down at ODO, Old Dominion Open down in Richmond, Virginia last week for that model show. But I'm back. Happy to be back. Get to work on some stuff, hang out with you guys, and give away a kit and have a good time overall. We are giving away an MG Sinanju, the animation color version tonight, so stay tuned for that. And what else? I'm going to jump into the chat and say hello. Before I do, I guess there's like 2 or 3 other things I need to say before I forget. Number 1, do hit that like button if you enjoy these streams. It helps other people see the stream. It helps me out. I appreciate it. And I think it just adds to the overall goodness of the stream when we get more people in here. It's always good and fun. And also, make sure you check out mechawarehouse.com tonight. This weekend, we are running a 10% off select items sale. I think it's 63 items were selected for that sale. A lot of good stuff in that collection, and good chance to potentially grab something nice at a discounted price, which is always good. So I'm gonna jump into the chat and say hello. Thank you for the sub, Fluffy Fant. And then once I get caught up on the chat, I will get back to working on this Ghouls Delanza. So what's up, Dylan Dull? Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome back, Nick. Ethan did a great job last week. From what I saw at the beginning, he did do a good job last time. I didn't hang out the whole time because I had that really early flight back, but I did watch a little bit last week. What's up, Maverick Entity, Dark Chilled, James P90, A Random Hero, George Lakeo, Comic World Boss, Joseph Nimmons. Welcome back, Nick. So glad to be here. Glad to have you here. It's a Massive Attack, my channel. Thanks for the sub. Corewink 357. What's up, Matt R, Anthony Sermoshi, Aiello, what's going on? Rob Rosencrans, Apocalyptic, Battleship 60, Black Otter Team, Austin Berlini, Depeche, howdy from Phoenix. I'll be on, but driving. We'll drive carefully. What's up, Mustalide? Gaming? Mustalide? Something like that? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that remotely close. Random here, I've been putting it off, but since I'm in the mood to build, I grabbed the moon gun on one of these streams last year. It's only fitting. Nice. I still need to build my moon. Married with Gunpla, what's up? Artie, how's it going? MZ, Mark D, Bone Daddy KW, Kyle Dixon, Marcus Hatch, John Colbath. Let's see. ECPX, good morning, live stream people. Where are you at that it's morning for you? It's a Brainstorm, Platonic Boo, Shiz, Gunpla, and UFC. It's a big UFC tonight, right? I don't follow UFC super closely, but I know in all my jiu-jitsu circles and stuff online, I'm seeing stuff about that come up. I always think people forget to like the video because of the excitement of the giveaway. Could be. It's up Weeks K. Oh, I don't even see where to like on my phone app. I think it's I think you gotta like tap the screen or something to get it to pop up the buttons. It's up Kilo Delta, Monster Trio, Apocalyptic, Real Time, Stealthy Bedlam, Daniel Morgan, Glorious Deadman, Jared Schultz, Count Pelican, Kyle Walter, Lego Yoda, Justin Shu, Andrew Parsons, Rosanaro, Wolfpack, The Real Lord Bingus. I have a question. What is the mecha in your guys' logo from? It is from Mecha Warehouse. It is our unique creation. It's from the artist I paid, really, I guess. From the Darblade. No, this is the Ghouls Delanza. Looks like Nick is sitting straight for the moment. Start building a kit tonight. Maybe I've got an RX-78 or RG New Gundam. Go for it. Both are probably good. Jason Martinez, Early Autumn. Happy to see Ghouls Delanza. It's been good so far. What's up, Lucky Epic? Blasphemy Builds, Tin. It's Musty. Okay. I see that now. English language, or at least reading things from an English perspective, is so tough because there's so many different ways you can pronounce things. Going to be building the regs custom along with the live stream. Nice. So Corwink, Joshua Gonzalez, Andrew Parsons. Thanks guys for the quick delivery of the Hello Kitty Zoc 2. Made it in time for our West's birthday today. Nice. Happy birthday to your wife. Jeez, I can't keep up. Dancing Gray. So we're building the Delonza I Am. Let's see. It's Latin. Okay. It could be anything, but when you read things from the English perspective of not knowing where something's coming from, man, it's tough. Let's see, Monster Trio, Burst of Journalists, how thick the IPO fusion really is. In Texas, just felt a good morning Vietnam reference was in order. Oh, okay. What's up, Robert Hannaford, Thaddecar Prime, Rob Sadler, Rocket Spaceman, and 3 Happy. How's your week been? My week's been good. Well, kinda. I mean, I was sick Tuesday, so that wasn't good. Other than that, though, it was pretty good. New word on this year's Mecha coin. We have a design. I need to go to the coin manufacturer and start working on getting the proof, but we have the base artwork. All right. I'm going to start working on the build. I think it's on to the arms next. B4 and B5. I made it took a while to get to the 1-year-old ready for bed. How's everyone doing tonight? Doing well. Thank you. All right, every time I go, like a con or something, I get sick. So I don't think it was related to the con itself or the event itself. Right before I left, my eldest son was sick. I think he stayed home from school Friday. Did everything I could to stay away from me. He had a stomach bug going on of some sort. Actually, it might have been Thursday into Friday, actually. Now that I think of it. So I did everything I could to avoid it, because the first time I went down, I got something down there. I don't know if it was food poisoning or if it was a bug, but it sucked. The night after the event back in, was it 2020, I was not in a good way right before I flew home. So I wanted to avoid that. So it probably was that bug. My other son was sick when they came to pick me up from the airport on Sunday. And so I wouldn't be surprised if I got that same bug. Kate ended up getting it, you know, at the end of Tuesday, I think, into Wednesday. It was not ideal. Thankfully, it didn't last super long. I was pretty much good to go for Wednesday. Went into the warehouse for a late start on Wednesday to make sure I could keep some food in before I left, but could have been worse, I guess. I really enjoyed building this kit. Getting the Darblade were a lot of fun. It's buying 4 perfect grades 1 week part. Overkill, could be. So I missed you at RIODI when I saw you were swamped, so I didn't want to add to the. Oh, it's fine, man. I'm constantly swamped at those events. It's all good. It's the best build you've seen at the con, man. There were so many good builds down there. Like I feel like it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not when I say that there were so many amazing builds. I think there were probably between 60 and 100 Gundam models on the tables. Maybe it was more than that, actually. I'm not 100% sure. There were 4 tables originally, 4 categories. They had to add 2 tables. And when I say that like pretty much almost any build I picked up, like there might have been a couple that might not have qualified, but every build I looked at, I could have picked up, thrown in a box, and carried up for one of the local smaller IPMS events up here, and it probably would have placed. There were just so many incredible builds. They were just very well done. the fundamentals down there. Everybody does a really good job, and a lot of people like stepping up their game, doing above and beyond kind of stuff. Hopefully you saw the stories and stuff. I know Santana was posting stuff, and I think she'll probably have pictures for the vlog when we put the vlog up. But there were so many incredible builds. It was just like I did not envy the judges, because it's really, how do you pick when everything is so good at a base level that it's easy when there's builds that have a higher quality level than other builds, if that makes sense. Building the Miles Kembu from the February mystery box. Awesome kit so far. You'll knock that one out of the park. Glad you enjoyed it. Family shares bug. Yeah, pretty much. Glad to hear you sounding better. Thanks. Greetings from Arizona. Halfway. Ethan did an amazing job last week in the live stream. Good to hear. What's going on, Urfig? But yeah, it was a great event. There were a ton of great builds. I think we ended up shooting something like 7 interviews, maybe. So looking forward to getting all those edited up. I think we put up the first one on Tuesday. So there should be some good stuff in the vlog. I'm looking forward to having the vlog together too. Be a little bit more event focused this time than the travel, just because Santana is basically already down there. Let's see. I think I've seen some new stuff coming out. Disbay, when's the next order coming in? I think that placing our next orders on for Disbay is on the list. Kate's still been swamped trying to get caught up on some stuff, so I think we got to get a Delphi order in, and then I think getting our next Disbay one in is the next priority. Gonna work on the high news waste, and I'll say, Lord, what wet sanding is so helpful. It's awesome to build. We're at that level. I bet it made you want to improve more. It definitely did. I'm already, the wheels are turning on what I can do to show up with a next level build of my own. I'm gonna try to do something really ambitious, I think. Not 100% sure on what, and even if I was, I don't think I'd want to disclose what I'm planning. I'll probably keep whatever I end up doing under wraps until it's time to go. But I want to do some stuff. I got some ideas. I think you're not sitting straight, man. It's impossible to sit straight all the time. There's a value to constantly shifting your position and being in different positions. It's got the torso done, and holy crap, I'm gonna see why people see this. It's almost the king of HGs. What's up, Achilles? Zaku 1, high grade, the old HG C1 tonight. Nice. Let's get done my Dara Blade, and I love it. Cool. Or Dara Balde. Every time I see it, I want to say Dara Blade, because it just looks like it should be Dara Blade. Got some good news last night too on a supplier having some other kits, some of the Witch kits, Dara Balde and Feract, more PG Exias and some other good stuff too, supposed to be arriving in their warehouse in a week or two. So hopefully later in the month we'll have all that stuff in. You know what project you must do? The MG Dom Trope, and Dom Trope will be really cool. Made my way through IBO for the first time. I'm loving it. Awesome. Even though I'll work on the PGU tonight here. Nice. Thanks for the sub, Captain Hawk. Took the nab Ilfred yesterday. I'm so happy. Awesome. We got some more of those on the way too. Which Mercury gets to get Ilfred from the restock. Nice. Any luck on finding some MGSD freedoms at distributors? So we locked in, I think, not a large number, but we got a small number kind of being held for us that will hopefully ship in the next week or so from one of our distributors. Hopefully we'll find more. But first chance at those, and same thing with the Numa Cross kit too. We were able to get some, not a large number, but we should be getting those in the next few weeks, hopefully. The problem we're going to run into is I'm actually finding a lot of good stuff, and I'm stuck with the decision between, do I get this or do I get that? What do I spend our available capital on? And I want to say yes to everything. So I'm trying to figure that stuff out. That's definitely one of the hardest things right now. What's up, Jason S? What's going on, Richard Pina? Cue the I Want It All song from Willy Wonka, pretty much. So I've been holding off on grabbing one until you had them in stock. Yeah, I think we will be able to get more of them at some point. It's just hard to know, exactly when and in what quantities. But we're gonna try to snag more of them because I think they will move for us. Was your favorite Mecha Warehouse sticker? I really like the artwork for the Night at the Warehouse. That's the one that's the poster. I guess you can't see it up here, but I think that's probably is my favorite. That was, I think, one of the coolest ones that we've done. All right. Love the music choice. I got to see Body Snatcher, Angel Maker, and Paleface in Atlanta last night. Cool. Dude, Body Snatcher goes hard. Do I know Body Snatcher? The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I could name any of their songs. Okay, C3 and C4. Oh, how it do? What's up, Xeon? Did nothing right. Excuse me, Nick. You by any chance order any MG Ace Pilot Zaku's? I don't think we've ordered any very recently. Doesn't mean we won't see them at some point. With the whole BNTCA thing happening, there's been a lot of ordering things as they become available. We don't have a lot of like long-term orders out there, so pretty much it's either anything that we have coming is either already on order or already on the way, or it's on like a hold with a distributor that's agreed to hold some aside for us while we figure out the rest of our order or wait for another shipment to come in or whatever. Pilot any mobile suit, which one would you choose? I mean, I have to go probably with the favorite, the heavy arms, because I mean, why not? Gatling guns and missile launchers sound cool. Although I guess not if I have to pay for the ammo. What's everybody out there working on tonight? You guys all building kits tonight or doing other stuff? Honestly, no one here would be handle the cheese. Hey, we building a Delonza. You better place the feet. MG 100 gun on feet and ankles are compatible with this. Oh, really? That's what to see when we get there. What's wrong with the feet? Steve Cleo, HE Shenlong, Banshee, first PG double riser, nice. I'm gonna force myself to build the Riga Z custom. Set my RG new. Slave one custom, nice. HG Dynamis, Marisol Flight Unit, lubricating keyboard, key switches while my Exia top coat dries. Interesting. Feet aren't the best. Doing some metallic turbo dork. ATK girl, custom paint MG, fighting mode, shining Gundam from 2002. Interesting. Waterside decals on RG Sazvi almost done. Exactly Black Tri-Stars. GF91. Hell, anyway, when yet we haven't done any draws yet. 00 Gundam Exia. I'm also really looking forward to getting back to my diorama tomorrow. There are a bunch of really cool like dioramas and diorama bases. Actually, ODO, it seemed to be a fixture of some of the better higher end builds. Got a Choo Choo Demi, but with Ava Unit 2 colors and decals. Interesting. Supposed to do the sculpt mold on my diorama next, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow afternoon with some luck. Is it Gundam base at ODO? No. I mean, Gundam base is like Japan, Korea, whatever. There's no U.S. Gundam base. Unless I'm misunderstanding. See the Vietnam down chopper diagram? The one where it was like, looked like it was falling down a ravine or something? If so, then yes. That's pretty cool. One of the things I kind of came away from ODO, like I'm contemplating. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe this is a good forum to debate and discuss gun base also pop up. Yeah, but they tend to be like out in LA or maybe in New York. But no, it was not there. ODO isn't the size event for a Gundam base pop. That's absolutely true. There's just not enough people there. And it's only a percentage of them that are there for Gundam related stuff. So, but anyway, the thing I've been debating and mulling over in my head about ODO is how to attract and build that kind of talent base other places, specifically here in the Northeast, because I think it'd be cool to have that kind of community, like to build a community and their ability to build in this area. But I think it applies to almost anywhere, because I'm sure a lot of areas need that as well, or could use that. I'm trying to figure out how to like organically get that to happen, where people start kind of encouraging each other and challenging each other in those ways that cause everybody to try to level up, because like everything down there was great. So it'd be awesome to build that, put up flyers at various local hobby shops. I mean, maybe, but I think it's partially, it's taking the people and trying to get the people to learn the skills, I think. So a smaller VA Comic-Con first started in Rundown Holiday Inn years ago. It's not even like the event itself, because there's IPMS events, but how do we get more talent or build more talent? And it's an interesting problem, because I almost wonder if it's like self-perpetuating now down there, because people go to these events, they see what's possible, and especially where it's like ubiquitous, everybody's so good down there. So if you come in as a newer builder and you see what's possible and see so many good builds, that you start realizing, like, well, maybe I could do this too. At least that's my running theory. Like, I think one step might be to try to encourage some of like our local pickup customers, for example, to try going to events. Some of the people that I know have produced some good work, and try to see if I can get them to compete maybe. Workshops would be good. Start would require reaching out to find folks who are interested in learning to build a submission, but even after 15 plus years of casual modeling, I just don't have anything that stacks up yet. So that anyone could take that next step. Yeah, I mean, content could be part of it. Is creating the right tutorials and right content that shows how to get from A to B. That theory definitely are inspired by the creativity of these other builders and grows the community even more. Yeah, like I think that it's definitely at least a piece of it, and it requires, like, you need to have enough at a certain level, so that way people see that that's, you know, possible, or that you need to step up to that in order to be competitive with the crowd. Because if you go to an event where a few really good builds stand out up head and shoulders above everybody else on the fundamentals, if that makes sense, then you might think, oh, that's just someone's special, they're really good for some reason and I can't get there. I could be wrong. I might be thinking about this the wrong way. But like there's a builder who shows up some of the shows up here that I've been to. His handle's Plomo LAB, and he just absolutely blows everybody away up here. Just his work is so good. He goes to extreme lengths. I think we interviewed him at one of the shows recently. He's the one that will like repaint the part 15 times if required to get it right and stuff. Startup content is always a good idea. Years ago, I got a lightsaber building. Hobby started with a YouTuber that did a ton of tutorial vids for beginners. So I've seen a Witch from Mercury kit instructions, like the colors. Yeah, the colors are good, Phil. And the other really awesome thing is they show you what runners you need for each set of steps, so you can like get all the materials you need. That's the kind of stuff you need for like a bigger build, really. Nick and chat, how's it going? What's up, Peter? Looking for those mistakes, showing how they improved by trial and error. Check out the link I posted, Nick. It's the feed replacement for Delanza. I haven't seen it yet if you just sent it over, but I'll take a look later. I already do the skill building class stuff and try to make money out of YouTube and all. I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to make money from it. I'm just trying to build community. See the one with the Nightingale and the PG Unicorn, the PacCon Hudson? Yes, that was the one. And just like at that show, I'm sure you were there, Phil. If you remember everything that was there on the table for Gundam stuff, I felt like he was like head and shoulders above the next closest one. And I think I took like first in one of the categories there. Like his work is head and shoulders above mine. It's just incredible stuff. And I don't know that anybody and everybody will get to that level, but I feel like everybody at this other show was that like closer to that. You know, like it's harder to tell the difference. He would have stood above a lot of people just because of the high tier of his work. And I think if we can bring that average up, it's better for everybody, because then everybody's competing against, you know, a little bit better stuff, and you're seeing what's possible, and everybody's challenging each other to figure out how to do that a little bit better. So it's like Catch-22, you need quality builders to help to build the event and inspire others, but it's hard to bring those kinds of builders out until you get a decent sized event going. Yeah, right. Notice the Witch from record kits are designed to be less frustrating to build. Okay, I misunderstood. Just have some build group nights with some guest spots of high tier builders. I mean, like build nights is one idea, because one of the things that they've got going down there, like at the local hobby town that they have, there's definitely a large group of the builders down there, and they get together and build, you know, weekly. They work together and see what everybody else is working on and help each other improve that way. So that's probably one way to do it. Definitely thought about trying to host some in-person build nights. I mean, maybe I need to start looking at the Zoom build nights, for example, and find a way to try to create a little more structure to them even. Maybe I just need to see about getting some guests to come in or something, or maybe it's on the stream, get some guests that are top tier builders and have them come in and like show and tell some of the stuff they're working on and how they're doing it. Discord is an amazing resource. It really is a huge bonus for being a Mecha Warehouse customer. Definitely. What's up, George? Feel for real. I've got a couple PG unicorns in my backlog, and he was certainly inspiring. Come build and show some skills in person, help explain some questions. The thing I worry about, the idea of challenging people to be better, is that it could end up feeling intimidating to some, fostering a collaborative versus competitive community may be better. So I'm not necessarily saying challenging in that, like, I'm going to go and, like, stick my finger in somebody's chest and be like, I challenge you to be better at building stuff. It's more the sense that seeing what other people are doing and how they're doing it and what they do to get better kind of challenges you to make yourself better, to try to keep up, if that makes sense. It doesn't necessarily be competitive, but seeing that somebody can improve their stuff or how they're working on what they're working on can help create that like little bit of pressure to like, okay, maybe I should try something new. Maybe I can do better at this. It's hard to do that kind of independent from competition, but hopefully some of you picking up what I'm putting down. Like in the dojo or in jiu-jitsu, I feel challenged by people that are good to try to improve my game and get better at it. And so it's without necessarily trying to be competitive. I don't have to beat them. Back, have you done the first draw yet? Not yet. I want to see the Zoom thing. Let's see. Top tier build, explain how it'd be huge for upcoming builders. Top topic talking about right now, what I miss out on. We're talking about just trying how to build community and how to improve like the quality of local builders, because I went down to ODO and there was a lot of amazing builds down there. Hosted a Mecha Warehouse event like MiniCon for Mecha. I ask, I have an author doing it this year I follow. I want to. We were going to do an open house last year and then things got crazy, so hopefully this year. I guess on the show would be awesome. Love to hear from the pros. Sure be awesome for them too. Give them a voice. That's the Zoom nights a bit more. I never knew about them until I just randomly came across on your website. Yeah, I'll put some thought into that. Maybe to reach out to some individuals. Get where we're coming from, Nick. More was pointing out the impression the word use can give people that are conflict diverse. Yeah, it's probably a word choice thing. There's definitely a precision in language thing there. We're going to Zoom with everyone working the same kit together. So Zoom and build session concept. Because like a lot of the Zooms are just hangouts. And I think what happens, like at this particular hobby town, for example, they get together and they, it's a social hangout, but I think it's a little easier to see what people are working on because it's in person and ask questions and all that kind of stuff. Okay, top 2 builders. We want more Ethan. Let me video about a white belt who's not a white belt. Look at those ears. Fine, those are better than the inspiring. I try to steal as many tricks as I can for them. I show Ethan how to customize a kit and video the process of doing so. For example, last week I thought brought new perspective to the hobby since he's getting into it. Guest builders would be interesting. I think guests would be a way to go. I need to look at that more. So I'm late to the party. Here's a potential idea for some ways to build a community, expand to different platforms. Maybe try a stream or 2 on Twitch. Might build events, mostly just hanging out though. We do ask each other for help with certain things. So it'll help the people already in the community. If you want to grow the community, you would have to help the beginners take the step up from panel lining and such. Okay, anyway, we should do this this next draw here, or the first draw really. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. So, okay, first draw for the giveaway. At my local shop, there's also an event called Gun and Potluck. We bring in all the kits that we have built in the last month, generally held in the last Saturday of the month. Okay, so first giveaway draw of the night. We're going to do a number from 1 to 1,500, and we'll go with one of these questions from the list. What state are you in? So 1 to 1,500, what state are you in? Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. And your comment and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. Let's see. What's up, Velcro Shoe Guy? Okay. Next up, C12. And we have people from everywhere. Yes, yes we do. Where did that piece go? How do I lose a piece that large? What's going on? There we go. What are your thoughts on that Sky Defense coming soon? That piece looks amazing. I don't think I've seen it. I mean, maroon I don't feel like should be missing on a carpet this color. So in my case, it's basic snap build. This is as close as I get to a community from a combination of being too far away from the shops that host build events and living just work at home. $1 in the drop piece jar. Like, I feel the same way, right? I get my community through the Discord, through the Zooms, and through these events or through these live streams. The numbers my daughter called, I missed it. 1 to 1500. And that's kind of why we do some of that stuff, is to try to create that that community for people that can't necessarily get it locally. What was the question my landlord called? What state are you in? Call time in a moment and then draw here. I mean, in some ways, that potluck concept is very similar to what like an IPMS event is like. I think like not an event, I guess, but the meetings. They'll typically get together monthly and do kind of like a show and tell of what they're working on and stuff like that. Hey Nick, you still reaching out to people with open pre-orders? We should be caught up, I think, by the end of the week on that. We're most of the way through it. MGEX pre-orders and a few others we didn't reach out to because we skipped over certain ones where we knew we had the right quantity of stuff on the way in, just to save time. Discord server and the Zoom nights, even if I don't talk a ton. I definitely don't talk a ton on them either usually because I'm just so busy. Essentially, I'm getting other stuff done. I end up working during the Zooms a good amount of the time. Finished the paint job in the Sosby Verka. Just need to clear coat, decal, final coat for wings and wheels of Chicopee Mass at the end of the month. Cool, you're going out to that one? When was the March mystery box shipping? I think on or after the 15th is what we have scheduled. Glad you brought that up. I think we have a few of those left. They're almost gone, but if you didn't get a chance yet to snag one, we do have a few of the March mystery box left available. A couple of G-Witch kits on pre. I have a couple of G-Witch kits on pre. Am I including the skipped ones? Depends on which ones that you have. Which ones are you waiting on? Do you know? Or March mystery boxes, a set number of items in each, or each is their own. All the boxes right now basically are the same. In the past, the first one we had a box that had a special swap, and the last mystery box we had a few different variations of the box. Okay, I have no model shops near me. The question, what state are you in? Started in Asheville a couple months ago, found a flyer in the local hobby town, went, and it's been great. All kinds of models, show and tell style, tips and tricks passed around. Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to get that kind of experience and stuff, right? You can learn a lot from other builders. It's the last Gundam or anime series you watched. I'm currently working through Witch from Mercury right now. Okay, calling time. For a mystery box as my birthday gift for my wife and kid. Nice. There you go. It's actually a perfect use for it. Getting a Christmas gift from, or not Christmas, but like a birthday gift from somebody that knows nothing about Gundam. They can absolve themselves from any need to figure out what to get you. Okay, time has been called. 1 to 1500. Drawing a number here. 1005. don't think we have a winner right now, so we'll draw again in a little bit. I'll let you guys confirm though. Should work on a kit while I'm sitting here. You probably should. I'd love to have my diorama done to bring out to Chicopee for the with ValleyCon or whatever, but I know I won't. It's a mystery box theme this month. It's mobility. Hey Nick, how far to G-Witch are you? We're like 7 episodes in maybe. We got caught up partway through, and we got to catch up. I feel like it's hard to dismiss competitive nature. We're discussing with self-improvement, wanting to get better at something could be due to competing with others or even yourself. Very true. It was on my list of things I'll do someday. We'll go out to finish it. I bet the lads of the warehouse can carry on without you. I don't know, man. I don't know. The number of BS things that happened this week. There's way too much stuff I got to do. Neglecting the warehouse itself between these orders and other stuff. I'm threading the needle on a lot of stuff right now, so just barely making it through on my stuff. Bandai stuff or other brands? I'll answer that yes. I don't want to say specifically. The box doesn't necessarily preclude things other than Bandai. It's not guaranteed to have stuff other than Bandai. What was the number? I got a phone call. 1005 was the number I called. According to the pre-order page, there's only 15 now. 14 mystery boxes left. Do you want to know? There you go. So yeah, we're getting down to the last few. Time to offer my service as an unpaid warehouse supervisor. And we got a warehouse supervisor. It's not... The warehouse is actually not the biggest problem with me taking time off. We're on third-party kits like Debon or Supernova on the site. Maybe. Well, Debon, probably not, because most of their stuff tends to be like direct mold ripoffs and stuff like that. Supernova, I think, has gotten into some unique IP stuff, so I could see that maybe happening at some time. Got a favorite pilot watch for Mercury? Not really. Alright, so this goes over the elbow. Maybe the next Delphi order is going to be placed, hopefully, maybe in this coming week. That's stuff that falls into Kate's area of responsibility. She's been still like scrambling to catch up on other stuff. But I think that's her next. And by other stuff, I mean like helping figure out like what we need to order to fulfill pre-orders, for example. Since we're dealing with that whole scenario. But I think that stuff's starting to get under control. So Got my mystery box now. My backlog's getting low. Just half of Moon Gundam left in an HG gym that I need to try painting one day. Oh, right. So now I need C5. So I missed out. What we build tonight, working on Ghouls de Lanza. Tachikoma though. The new pre-order one. We've got another Tachikoma in stock right now. Thoughts on the Witch from Mercury kit stick? I like them so far. This is what, my third now? I think they're pretty well designed. That's where the mystery box. Let's see how mobile it is. Nice. There'll be a PG Arrow in the future. It's become a very popular kit. Maybe someday, but I feel like the cycle from high grade to, like, say, a master grade takes a while. So going to a perfect grade requires a lot of interest and commitment on Bandai's part. You made this. Made 3G, which streams this, the aerial and boo. Yeah, Ilfrith, not Ariel. What do you think about the G Gundam line from being P Bandai? I think it sucks. About Rose, but it was from the second release. I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it, other than I think some of those kits would do well for us if we had them, so I would like to have had them. It's more so if Ariel's popular enough in Japan to be a PG. True. Did you grab a Neon Ilfrith? That's so awesome. I did not. I'll get my backlog soon. What recommendations you have for paints used with airbrush? I just made enough room in the garage for a setup to start airbrushing. So personally, the only paints I've been using have been the Vallejo Mecha Color, because they're acrylics and I don't feel too bad about spraying them in the house, you know, with kids and stuff. And they're pretty good for acrylics. So I can recommend that paint, but a lot of people use other ones for a lot of reasons. Compare the Ilfrith from the Moon. Thoughts? I haven't built the Moon, so I can't really compare apples to apples, but the Ilfrith was a solid kit. Guy notes has been gorgeous. Guy's supposed to be good. Splash comes ready to go, not needing thinning. So that's nice. Mr. Color is generally a pretty popular line. I know a lot of people that love Tamiya. But the Yellow Park got this prime at the moment. It's been pretty nicely done with a ton of parts. You heard anything good about Hero Paints? I've worked at Studio G. I've not worked at Studio G. I've basically only used Vallejo Mecha, and I've used it primarily because it's acrylic and non-toxic. Made with the blood of my enemies. There you go. is good looking paint, but a pain in the to work with. Oddly enough, I didn't enjoy Ilford as much as Ariel or the Balanza. Some of the nub placements were a pain to clip and sand for me. Interesting. Hey Nick, just circling back on this. My pre-orders are Choo Choo Demi Trainer, Varric, Darp all day. Just wanted to know. So I'm pretty sure we have those quantities coming. My guess is if you haven't heard, it's probably because we haven't gotten to you yet. Because I literally just secured those, the Ferract and Darab all day in good quantities last night. So I'd keep an eye out. If we don't send you something in the next week, it probably means you're good to go and it will be coming in soon. Okay, paint line was nice to work with. Needed kits of thinning, but got a lot of paint out of it, and the spray is nice. Mecha Warehouse guide notes now. We do. Has anyone won yet? Not yet. All right. Okay, B6 and 7. Let's take a sip of my tea, found a nub that had shot off in it. That's probably not the best flavor enhancer. So curious if Bandai is going to release all 72 gun frames from IBO as model kits. They might at some point. Who knows? Might take them a while though. Probably do our second draw of the night shortly. I'm not sure if I need it, but you sell those display tool holders, the only one left. Do you like this thing? I haven't used it. It doesn't seem that many new shops are selling guide now, so I think they expanded the States because of the sales from the US. I think they just finally caught up on supply a little bit. I'm gonna get the Yellow Park Transformer kits at some point. We might at some point. We haven't dealt with anything Yellow Park yet, but I could see that happening in the future. I think they designed all 70 IBO kits. That makes sense too. Paint for my Gunpla, but the next one I'm building is a standard Delons. I love its color. Don't think I can mix it up myself with my zero experience. So a lot of the manuals use Mr. Color, and will give you the mix. Let's see if I can go find it here. Yeah, so if you go back on this last page here, there's a color guide, and it tells you what the percentage mix is. And I think these are referencing Mr. Colors. So like the purple is 55% wine red, 35% light blue, 10% clear red, and a quote-unquote small dose of clear blue. Should do a paint stream. It's really hard to airbrush on stream because of the noise. It makes it hard to do any of the talking part because the background noise is just a lot. Between the airbrush and the spray booth and all that stuff, so that probably won't happen. There's just certain things that are not well suited to a stream, at least not if you want to actually engage. Okay, so let's put up this next draw. Mech 9 as a conversion guide, and then there's that too. It'll get you most of the way there. I think you still need to do a little bit on your own from there. Okay. Let's throw up this next draw. We have... Okay, so the next draw, we're going to do a number from 1 to 900 and answer the question, what's your least favorite condiment? That question sneak in there. So 1 to 900, what is your least favorite condiment? 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer and the number must be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. We'll draw in a little bit, and then I'll go back to these here. So plans for having Ethan having his own stream nights after last weekend. Nothing specific at this point. It could happen. We tested before that small microphone use is pretty good. It might cancel the noise. I don't think it will, honestly. So Ethan do a stream once a month or something. I mean, maybe. But they'll look at it and how that scheduling works and all that stuff. The other thing is that, well, I don't know if that's a factor or not. I won't even bring that up. But to figure out how that would work schedule-wise and all that kind of stuff. But from Instagram of the content. Much love. Thanks, database. Many people use worse sauce as a condiment. You ever listen to Aborted? I don't know if I have. The name doesn't ring a bell. I might have heard them before, but I don't know them by name. Is mayonnaise an instrument? It can be. What's your stream setup? So I guess that refers to mics and cameras and stuff. I use 3 Logitech cameras. I think they're all the same one. They're like a C920 or 922, I think. Okay, let's see a kit go for 10x the price and sitting at retail in Mecha Warehouse. So I got those 3 cameras. I've got a Yeti Nano, I think. Blue Yeti Nano, I guess is the name of the mic. Works well enough. I'd love to upgrade and tweak it, but really don't want to spend the money on fancier cameras right now. Someone that loves mayo too much, very unhealthy love for it. Not cool. The important thing is to realize that mayonnaise can be used for water slides, but that's another story. It can be instrumental as long as it can make different pitches or act like other instruments. Do you paint every build kit or just certain customs? I'd like to say I paint every one, but I don't really. And I haven't gotten to paint most of them because I snap build far faster than I get to paint. You've been here long enough to know the male reference, and you're an Mecha Warehouse OG. That sounds about right. How big is the built kit paint log? Probably like 15 or 20 kits maybe at this point. Coming up on an anniversary for the live streams, probably. I forget when the first one was. It was probably summer 2020 for the first YouTube one anyway. He sells a paint booth that Bob Pace himself says you don't need a face mask. He also sells an upgrade fan that moves more air and is even quieter than the Pace Peacekeeper. Interesting. How expensive is that booth though? I'm gonna call time. Okay, time is called. It's 12900. Okay. 247. See if we have a 247. I do not see a 247. For 11/20/20 stream number 1 YouTube. There you go. All right. I guess we are coming up on it then. Okay, well, we'll draw again in a little bit. 535 for the 24-inch, the Mini Plus upgrade fan. Yeah, I'm not spending that much on an air booth. Not anytime soon. I'm sure I love, hey, Alex, nice build talking with you guys, but losing the giveaways always makes me want to enter. Well, the waterfall bliss, where do you do with the water? Because it still has toxic chemicals in it. Yeah. Can't toss in a septic or sewer system. Not ideally. Asgard 100 kit from Starfield Toys for pre-order. Will you gotta be getting it? I don't even know who Starfield Toys is, so I'm gonna guess no. All right. Okay, A4, 5, and 6. Started making standing sticks, paper, and popsicle sticks. Should I get the razor set? I mean, I feel like it fills a different niche, different purpose, kind of. But I think it's better than sanding sticks in a lot of ways. Call it a night. Peace out. See you later. 808 Johnster. Okay, what was I at? 4, 5, and 6. Your 8th MS team kit. Oh geez, I don't know. I mean, I haven't built a lot of them yet, so I can't really say. I built the ground type and it was great, the high grade. But I haven't built any of the other ones, so it's hard to compare. Built in these bundle kits. I have not. What was your first kit of each grade? That was a question. So I think high grade might have been the high grade RX-78 Revive. I missed the question. We're not currently doing a draw. We just finished one, so I guess you missed it. First master grade, I think, might have been the MG RX-78 3.0. You think MG8 Mark II will be back in stock? It could be in stock soon. I think I saw some available from our distributors. It just depends on timing of stuff. Chance said Mecha Warehouse Edition Razor Origin. They don't do custom Razor Origins, but the Razor Plus they do, and we are looking into it right now, actually. Trying to figure out if we want to reuse some existing artwork or get some new artwork done. Turn time from your order from distributor to it arriving at the warehouse. It really depends on who it was. When we were doing BNTCA, it was often months, sometimes 6 months or more, depending on what the actual item was, just because of their cycles. We have one of our distributors now. We can order, on like a Monday and get stuff on a Tuesday, in theory. So it really depends. The average is probably somewhere in between, like a week, maybe something like that. When are we doing the Japan trip? Ready to go at a moment's notice. We should do a group Mecha Warehouse Japan tour or something. Charclone Band Tour, there you go. Have our groupies follow us. Sounds like a great idea. I wonder how many people would be up for that. For a newer builder, I love Gunpla, but find the build so hard because the pieces are so flimsy and fall off easily. Are some kits more like that than others? Depends a lot on the kit. There are kits that are like that, and there are kits that are amazing and don't have any issues at all with stuff falling off and whatever. Thanks for the birthday discount code today. No problem. Happy birthday. I wonder how to even arrange something like that. To take like deposits or something to start figuring out travel arrangements if it was going to be like a group tour kind of thing. Those kits released in the past 5 years are pretty solid. Yeah, very true. The newer kits tend to be better for the most part. There are exceptions. But there are exceptions to almost anything, but managed to pick up an MG Bartos at a local hobby shop. Nice sanding stick sponges, last much longer, but I'm going to try disk-based siren files. Speaking of birthday, mine is tomorrow. Still haven't gotten a code. It shows up on your birthday if you're signed up for it. I think they show up like the morning of. Ramen expenses low, Nick, right? I'm thinking like flights and hotel and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a pretty big thing to coordinate. My wife's high school organizes their Japan trip through EF Tours, like $4K per person, payment plans. You can choose the length of the trip to adjust the price. Yeah, I mean, that might be the way to go, is just a partner with some sort of agency or something. Because they probably do most of the legwork for you. Wait, how do you go about signing up? Mine is a few days. I think it's on the order status checkout page, I think, has the link. They're freaking out at the Gundam base. Staff in Japan with 120 Americans showing up to buy kits. That'd be pretty crazy. I have a feeling getting 120 people to commit to a trip like that would be a lot. Okay, it's too much for one trip to Japan. That's actually probably about right. Last time I went, like flights, round trip flights were like 2,000, and you're looking at a couple $100 a night for hotels and food and stuff. If it's let's say it was like a week and a half, 4K is probably about right. Gotta go during a student tour, definitely. Wife and I did 2 weeks in Japan for under 4K. When did you do it? A lot of that stuff changes. Depends on when, because the prices can fluctuate a lot. Flights are around 2K now, depending on when you want to fly and how flexible you are and the dates you want to go. Travel to Japan for a couple weeks. Question would be how much to get our own shipping container, bring back, or Gunpla. See, I flew from within Japan. Right, so this goes... Just over here trying to watch what Nick is doing. Planning to do my Japan trip, piggyback with my Thailand trip, so it'd be cheaper to fly there. That makes sense. Worry about not knowing Japanese. Is it all English for them to go see the gun factory? Depends on where you are in Japan, but for the most part, a lot of people especially in the service industry, and like Tokyo and stuff like that, will speak enough English that you can kind of get by without knowing much Japanese. So a couple years back before the pandemic. But as you get further out from Tokyo, the harder that becomes. Kate actually had an interesting little journey. She and a few of our friends, while we were in Japan, ended up trying to go to Mount Fuji because it was relatively close to where we were at for the tournament. And they ended up getting lost. They took like the wrong train stop or something because one of the people had a guidebook and, I don't know, thought they knew what they were doing. And they ended up in some tea shop or something, and we're using like Google Translate, and I think calling a friend of the tea shop owner who happened to know English or something, got him on the phone to translate. April 2017. It's not bad, but it's LA, not East Coast. What kind of tournament? Karate. It was the Sokyokushin World Championship in 2016. Nick, what's your thoughts on Bob? I don't know. Am I supposed to know who Bob is? People were smart. They would have brought their tickets during the pandemic when the flights were dirt cheap. Except you couldn't actually get in. Guys, he's on episode 6. He doesn't know Bob yet. Oh, okay. I'm just going to stick my fingers in my ears, metaphorically speaking, and pretend I didn't hear any of this then, if it's a spoiler. It's not a major spoiler, but you get it later. Okay. Nick, tell me some of the techniques for not chewing up adjacent plastic with a file. I don't know, keeping it level, trying not to just keep it in one place. I try to shift back and forth so it works the whole surface a little more. And really with the razor, it's almost hard to take off too much, I think. Keeping it levels where I go wrong. Oh, so many crayon arms. It's so great, I hardly use anything else anymore. Yeah, same here. It's kind of taken over everything except for certain like spaces where it won't fit, or concave surfaces. But anything flat and straight is definitely prime razor kind of stuff. So my sponges for a siren lately, but really thickening upgrade to a razor. On the MG heavy arms tonight, but I'm more busy watching. Didn't miss a stream. How was the event? Try any new southern restaurants. I'm going to, I think, Mission Barbecue Saturday night with everybody. It was like an easy place to go after the event. It's pretty good. Went to Waffle House the morning of the event, and it was not quite as magical as it was the first time I went. I think they were kind of slammed or something at the one we went to. So the service was not quite as amazing as it was the first time. I think they undergate more. I have a undergated kit. Was impressed, but everyone was going crazy about it. I can't remember the kit though. You try cookout? I did not. Did not have an opportunity to. I don't think I saw one the whole time I was down there. Because your cook wasn't outside smoking a cig before his shift. Could be. Right. I lived, I am blessed with diners. Haven't been to Waffle House in a long time. Mish Barbecue near me is pretty good. Yeah, it was decent. I made sure I found out there was a Krispy Kreme not far from the hotel, so I ended up picking up some Krispy Kreme for dessert. It's like a 24-hour Krispy Kreme. Does Japan have Waffle Houses? I don't know. I know they got Denny's. I was the crazy American that broke the Japanese Denny's menu. Denny's in Japan must be nuts. I mean, I guess I don't know that it was super crazy, but my funny Denny's Japan story was going into one and asking for, 3 scrambled eggs, 3 sausage, 3 bacon, or whatever it was I ordered, and they gave each scrambled egg on its own plate for me, and like each sausage or whatever. It was like kind of crazy. Like they just could not conceptualize the idea of a single individual ordering all that, I guess, for themselves. The best waffle place, the grilled Belgian waffles. The owner is from Germany too. Just sad that I'll never get the Char McDonald's burger, even if they're just a. Okay, so. Okay, so I got the new number range. All right, so we're gonna do our next draw for the giveaway, second to last attempt here. Maybe the last attempt if we're successful. We're gonna do a number from 1 to 450 and answer the question, who is your favorite Gundam pilot? Welcome, Jonathan Ocean. So 1 to 450, who is your favorite Gundam pilot? 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. We'll call time and draw in a little bit. Okay, D14. What was the number? Number range is 1 to 450. Is that a repeat question maybe from a couple weeks ago maybe? Someone different asked it this time. I've just still been going through the question list from that time. That the question was, what question should we ask? It's been very handy. I've had to do a lot less thinking on the fly about questions. Getting these kits once I get moved and caught up. Definitely. You do the green Delonzi yet? No, I have not. Is there a significant difference in the two kits? I'm assuming they're like 97% the same. I don't like this nub placement. What was the question? Was your favorite pilot? Maybe 8% the same. Top halves are kind of different. There's a black one coming out too. Oh, interesting. Put the metallic sticker for the Delanza head. I don't think I have the stickers over here. New close-up of a bad nub placement. I mean, it's right here. Try the other one. It's probably more obvious because I haven't sanded it off yet. There we go. So it's like right on this corner here. There we go. Right in the corner of the armor. Goes out of focus the second it gets focused. It's just it's a really awkward corner to try to sand. I generally like to sand things that are close to an edge like that towards the edge, and I can't because I can't really fit the razor through this slot here. There's not enough space. Finished building this kit earlier tonight. Nice. I must have like 10 half-finished kits. Thankfully, I don't have that many well, unless you count not painted half-finished, but at least they're all pretty much either fully snapped up or whatever. Every single night when it's time to put my 5-year-old to bed, he turns into Mr. Hyde. Yeah, it's kids. A little late. What actually are you building? This is the high-grade Ghouls Delanza. I feel like the closer I get to completion, the easier it is to finish it, even if I'm quote-unquote bored with it. But I like to complete things and take them off my list, so to speak. What service has which from Mercury? Gundam Info on YouTube has it. It's probably the easiest place if you're not signed up for whatever other places have it. Got the same rune as on the Astra Inverse. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't have them side by side to compare. Then one sitting, and then when it took me multiple builds was MG for Ka. It was massive. Juke just got. Oh, interesting. How's the dub? That was okay, less stuttering than I imagined. Do I need to call time still? Probably. I think I do. Okay, time has been called. 1 to 450 here. Okay, so we're gonna draw a number 179. I don't see a winner. Oh, it's still scrolling though. No, I think it's good. I don't see a winner. I'll let you guys confirm. But if that's the case, we'll be drawing again right before the end of the stream. What was the number? Number I just drew was 179. We got 2. What do you mean? Just missed it as I work on a restock. So 5 minutes. Oh well. We should be getting the EXS. That was part of the lot of stuff I was working on securing. I think that's what I was able to get some last night. So we'll hopefully have them later in the month. Two same numbers, or was it 279? Nope, the number was 179. You know what quantities are going to be on that EXS? Better than some of the other stuff that we'll be getting. I would have ordered a ton of them, but I just don't know how well they'll go. I know a lot of people have been asking about them, though. So we got a decent number coming. I wouldn't be surprised if they sold out that weekend that they come in, but... definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. I should say every few hours each day in order to snag an EXS. It'll restock on a Friday morning, so if you keep an eye out on our... if you're on the Discord, we post on incoming when we get stuff shipped. It might be a good candidate to look into doing some sort of early bird thing on or something if there's a lot of people that want it, because we might be able to add more if we know how many people are going to get them. I just don't want to risk them not actually coming out of a distributor somehow. It's PG in the next few restocks. We've got some back ordered with a distributor that will hopefully get them in the next few weeks. So maybe, I don't know exactly the time frame on that. So we also secured some more PG Exias that'll be coming later in the month as well. I know those disappeared super fast when we got them in earlier. We managed to snag some of those last night too. Yeah, Thunderbolt, I keep seeing the 2 main kits. They look like grenades. Is that a leg you're working on? No, it's actually the like the shoulder armor that goes on the outside of the shoulders, it looks like. So we got the arm. This will clip into the shoulder piece out here, almost like the shield, I guess, on the Zaku. When you do early birds, you put up the whole stock. We haven't in the past. We'd usually treat it like pre-orders and did it like half the stock in case we had any damaged or anything like that. We haven't done them in a while. It's actually might be a good time to bring up the subject. So we've been thinking about what we would do if we ever turned on Bandai pre-orders again. It'll probably be a while before we do, just because we got to get back to a good place where we know what's going on with our distributors and what we're getting when, and have a good understanding of that, because we obviously don't want to take orders for stuff we can't fulfill. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is the idea of doing pre-orders only for like a, let's call it a self-opted in group that are willing to join like a pre-order subscription, so to speak, that would allow the access to pre-orders. It'd be like a personal concierge service. Maybe it's how we would do early birds and stuff. Might be a monthly subscription or annual subscription, and that would help cover the cost of potentially having to have somebody manually manage that stuff. Is that something anyone would be interested in, or is that like weird? Because I'm just floating the idea out there because it's something I've been thinking about, haven't fully thought through. Probably, depending on what the subscription level was, might come with some discounts and other perks as well. This is what for Mercury Kate it is. Look at the PG Banshee Norn. What to order with the Bandai PG Destroyed Exia add-ons. My PG Exia without the box, I just want the gosh darn kit. And my Delanza 85% shoulders, heads, weapons are different. What is Discord? I got a code from you guys. I've never used it as like a message board. It's basically like a chat server. It'd be a good idea. I'm not paying money for the chance to pay money. Kind of simple as that. Makes sense. I was like, really pre-order early bird, maybe 1 or 2 kits a year. It makes sense. It's something I just been thinking about because, like, we noticed with our pre-orders for stuff as we're going through and dealing with trying to figure out how to fulfill pre-orders, we get a much different response from people that are in our core community, for example, versus people that stumbled on our website and their first order was a pre-order. So trying to figure out how we would provide above and beyond service, or people that maybe wanted to back order things and help us know what to get, you know, as we're seeking out stuff at stock. The stock situation changes. It's not necessarily something we would do, but it was just an idea that's been floating around. Dreamcast PG Unleashed, Jurassic Red Kai. Also really pre-order early bird, maybe 1 or 2 kits a year. The a la carte way of doing pre-orders. Order more early bird if I could use the coupon codes I still have from Black Friday. If like you and Bandai come to an agreement, they understand your customers really want and give guarantee, I can see how that service could work. Yeah, so like it might even be a like the subscription service would allow us an option to do things like allow back orders for things that we don't have orders on, because it would be under the understanding that, hey, we can shift these funds around or do it as a deposit or do it in unsecured pre-orders for items that you would then secure once we can get the goods and all that kind of stuff. It gives us a way to more intelligently go after certain items to fulfill orders for people on like a personal concierge basis. I don't know. It's an idea I've been floating with. Probably wouldn't appeal to everybody, but that's kind of the point in some ways. Like, you know, I pay a couple $100 to guarantee get some on my bucket list, kind of like a gift card. On my first PG build to be the strike gun. I don't know if it's okay to mention other sites. But this other site has open pre-orders. It works pretty well. It sounds like something to look into. What you're saying right now, it's probably similar. It's to figure out how to do it. Doing it on a widespread basis is hard. I have a big gunplay budget, usually 50 months, so subscription would suck. How do you get your relationship with your distributor? So we got a bunch of distributors now. They've all come about in different ways. Some of our best relationships with some of our newer, the distributors we're going back to started back during COVID when Bluefin actually shut down, and they were our only options to get kits for a little while. Okay, so these two go together like so. Okay, then C18. Alright, so we should probably put up this last draw of the night here. Expect them at a certain time, yeah, but this is different. All right. Okay, so we're going to do a number from 1 to 150 and answer the question, what is your favorite MG? So 1 to 150, favorite MG. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. Expect them at a certain time. The moment is now. Wait 10 months for pre-order to not arrive at all. Sounds pretty cool that you found help. Hopefully get back with Bandai if you want. What's up for Shadow Pilot? So that's when you compare the allowed discount codes for pre-orders is but the only time I order from them. All right. Okay, so next part, C18. About that many, so right now the MG Providence. Anyone else get snow with this big snowstorm too? We got a ton out here. Guess I'll stick around and find out who wins, but no, I won't. It's like a curse for me not to win. What's the question? Favorite master grade? You're still no MGEX Freedom. Our MGEXs, the lot we found to fulfill the pre-orders are arriving. They were supposed to arrive Friday. I think they got delayed with weather and stuff, so they are showing up on Monday, supposedly according to the tracking. Up in Anchorage, Alaska, so we get snow until April at least. So Colorado here, I haven't seen the grass much since November. We got roughly 8 inches in the span of hours. The day before was 51 degrees and sunny, right? We got a decent amount here. It was a pain to snow blow. It was like just thick and heavy enough that the snowblower didn't want to move through it sometimes. Alright, so this will go on there. Okay, I'm going to do these last 2 parts, probably B1, B2. Ice, just lots and lots of ice, no snow. Is it 2 parts heavy arms? 10 pieces for one thing. Not sure what this reference to. Do you treat your blower blades, plows? At time spray, a little fuel on blade to help cut through. So I don't have trouble with the blade. It's actually like the, I don't know what you call it, like the side of the chute or whatever. It gets like stuck on the ground, the foot or whatever gets stuck, and I have to like wiggle the whole snowblower to get it to move forward. The blade's cut fine. That part's usually fine unless it's like really slushy, then it gets clogged up a bit. Got 10-foot tall snowbanks in my driveway. That's crazy. Where are you at, Marcus, that you have snow that high? No draw yet. Haven't drawn the number yet. I will very shortly. Gee, heavy armor, a bunch of parts listed to make one thing in a box. Thought yours asked for 2. What's the question? Favorite master grade? Maine, just beyond Sunday River Ski Resort. Interesting. So 2 last parts before end. Oh, I see. These 2 parts here would do the shoulder, and then we'll draw, and that's probably the end of the stream. This arm just basically needs the hand, and then that arm will be done. Might need new shoes to set the chute. usually a wear part, might need to be adjusted. Check your usement to see if it's a part that you can order. Okay, maybe. Should ask the dude who I have maintain my snowblower for me if that's a thing or not. I feel like it's done that as long as I've had it. All right, gonna call time here. Okay, so 1, 2, 150. Number 71. All right. Looks like we have a winner, Eric. So congratulations, Eric. Just wait for you to chime in, make sure that you're here. Eric, you can send, there you go. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll send that out sometime this week. So I think that's it for the stream tonight. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. I'm glad to be back at the desk building. We'll be back next week, or should be anyway, next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be giving away something else, hopefully something good, and working on more of this Ghouls Delanza. Probably finishing the arms, and I don't know what from there. I guess finishing the arms and then starting to work on the legs or something. So anyway, good evening all. See you next time.